Been a while since I've been under this camera, this light, this action. But man, the action part is files, man, being able to, you know, move technically, you know what I'm saying, files, in a live, setting pretty much instead of pre-recording. Yeah, yeah, man, better late than never. I heard, everybody probably out, with the festivities and barbecuing and, enjoying themselves, enjoying life or whatever, which is cool. I could have pre-recorded, but then sometimes just, like to go live. It's been about a month, probably, since I've been live. But however, I kind of like to change it from day to day to day to the next day because I went out the other day on the Wednesday to this party. It was kind of super packed, man, and man, I kind of got a virus or some old shit, so I was able to kind of like, man, put a hole, what I'm saying, around his neck before I even kind of like, got all the way, what I'm saying, fast man, he did caught up in cold, he did pretty much, so I'm like 100% better now, files, because other than that, that virus shit is still out there, pretty much. It was so many people, when you be around so many people and they be like, what's up, and shaking hands and shit, you know what I'm saying? Be like in the 360, goddamn, as you turn around, germs, goddamn it, just splattering and going everywhere, probably, you know what I'm saying? So I knew my throat was itchy the next day, so I kind of like went to my doctor and got some antibiotics and jumped down on it. Yeah, yeah, what up, though? Even though sometimes I could see who come in the room, sometimes can't. However, but anyway, what's up? Um, yeah, sometimes I kind of be looking back and seeing what's all this old bullshit on the internet. From all these motherfucking scammers. I'm talking about some of everything. I don't lay there and cover all these stories as far as trying to find out what's what. I'll just try to educate other people, as far as that don't know. What I'm saying, as well as should know about those who kind of like trying to talk this good game as you call it on the internet. The game ain't working for them because if you talking all this good game, don't you, aren't you aware that the game that you laying there files portraying or you saying, man, the Fed's gonna go back and wake the people up, whether it's the banks or whatever the case may be, when people talking about this credit repair, all this motherfucking dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? Giving motherfuckers the information, and so I'm just here to expose the fear of them today for sure. You know, it don't make no sense, you know what I'm saying, for motherfucker to be, coming with all this bullshit. Yeah, buddy. So that being said, shout out to everybody, you know what I mean? Pretty much, shit, a famous Dex, Self Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Carolina Black, Big Wheel, Brad Murdoch, man, Ray Son, 9311, Extraordinary Gentleman, my homeboy Brody Mack, Eugene Random, Cheryl from that motherfucking Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Tasha Bush, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying? Tony Red, Lee Jack, Cindy Roney, shit, there's a bunch of y'all. Deion Thompson, Deion Anderson, pretty much my homeboy Johnny O. People's News, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Christopher Mudd, it's a host of, what I'm saying, everybody I may not get, but anywhere it go, Michael Thaddeus, Mike Burrick, famous Dex, you know what I'm saying? Man, but anyhow, you know, I know everybody probably out there, which I kind of like to say, I had prolonged it because man, that virus, man, I'm not talking about that shit is out there. I was at a party, it was like maybe about 1,000 motherfucking people, and they had shit going on for the whole weekend. But I didn't go. I'm good today, but I don't know where the motherfuckers got the Hong Kong flu or what. But anyhow, the thing is today, I had some other things that I wanted to get down on, files. But man, I'm kind of backed up, and I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna make my motherfucking rounds like roll call for sure. So those who know, goddamn it, files I mentioned, I ain't forgot about you for sure. I ain't forgot about you at all. You know, but today, you know what I mean? It just kind of puzzled me, find how people can get on this motherfucking internet and then just be saying some shit and then don't know, goddamn it, files, man, if the person really paying attention, then they can put it together. Man, they be trying to get your personal information, talking about credit repair. They letting there faking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show, what they really doing. Because man, if you really doing something, you ain't finna put it out here like that. As far as man, especially to get audit. Uh, that's all I'm trying to say. So with that being said, I'm gonna go right here in the beginning because man, it's just a whole lot of things that's going on in the town that I feel as though that should be exposed pretty much. Yeah. So what's going on out there? I can't even see if anybody is coming in the room. They still got this welcome shit up here, right? You know what I'm saying? Ever. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But those, I can't really see nobody. So if you come in the room, salute for sure. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. So, man, as y'all know, first of all, I'm gonna get down this little dude, right? This little dude, you know what I'm saying? He's something else, man. You know, his name, he called himself Miami Credit. Miami Credit. This Miami Credit, Miami Credit. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. That's him. You did. So,
Find the process go. Hey, so when it comes down to funding, I can get funding in many different ways. Yeah. So let's say you got a 700 credit score, I could do it the traditional way. Right. Now let's say you don't got a 700 credit score, but you got bank statements showing that your company is making money. I can get you funded that way as well. You feel me? Yeah. As long as you don't got a 350 credit score, I can get you funded. It's no issue. You feel me? I got multiple ways, multiple connections. Right. I got BRMs, everything. You feel me? So you come to me, you get funded, I get you up to 100, 250. Damn. Easily. 100, 250? 100 to 250. I've been hearing though, man. I'm in Miami. I hear my ears be open, man. I be like, damn, okay, bro, going crazy. So how did you even start? Like, how did you even get into it? Because a lot of people out here, bro, they inbox me and they be like, bro, I want to get myself to the next level. I want to start somewhere. Like, how did you get to the point where you just started doing this? Shit, I'll tell you, be honest with you, risk, 100%. That's really what got me out here. I don't know if you know, but I got a trucking career. Where can I start? So basically, I started in the credit repair industry a few years ago, but I was just doing word of mouth. I was just doing, family, friends. I didn't really take it serious. I've always had an interest in credit. I've always worked on my own credit. I've always had good credit, but I never really leveraged it to do anything, nor did I even see myself really expanding as far as I have. But I jumped on social media about less than 6 months ago. Okay, bro. Like, I got the method to turn up overnight. Yeah. Do you think you got that because of mentorship? You just got a blueprint, took off, or you just seen what other people were doing and was like... Honestly, I think a mentorship is definitely what guided me, as well as it put me in the right door.
yeah. So anyhow, um, I kind of follow, I ain't follow him, but I went and looked at his page, but he only got goddamn what's that, 581 subscribers pretty much. Yeah. I mean, so here you go right here. So he got 581. So how's you turn it up? You got 500, you got 500 and goddamn 81. Kind of like blanked out. Okay. Prince Charles, what's up? I couldn't see nobody come in the room, so I had to kind of like touch one of these buttons, man. Charlie Mack, what's up? I see you. What's up? Yeah, man. I went to the party the other day, man. At the a tip on the 13th, man. It was super packed, man. I'm talking about, they got a 4-day party going on, right? You heard about it. Man, I caught the Hong Kong flu up in that motherfucker, but I was able to kind of like, get it under control and stop it, man. I kind of stayed in for about 3 days, you know what I'm saying, and worked on it. But they still going down right now. But I guess everybody going back to where they live at in each state. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of was huge, man. But anyhow, so the dude, you know what I'm saying? So Bandman Cavill kind of bring him on the show, you know, so therefore, you know, kind of give some game about the CPNs and all that there. They got CPNs, you know, a lot of people heard about it, but you know, you gotta know how to perfect that. But then again, you put yourself at risk if you want to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? Because man, there's some things, man, goddamn it, fires you're not getting away with unless you're working with the police. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't be saying all kind of bogus shit and bullshit on this motherfucking internet. You know what I'm saying? Where people get indicted and all that there. You know, I mean, this shit is crazy. People say shit, goddamn it, don't know. You know, shit that you saying, you trying to be famous, goddamn it, files. Let me tell you something. You know, if you really a celebrity on this motherfucker, you YouTube celebrity. You're not a real celebrity because you can't even get on the basic minimum show such as Jimmy Kendall. You see what I'm saying? If you can get on there, then you known as goddamn files. You known as goddamn files, man. You know what I'm saying? As a celebrity. Cinderoni, what's up? Cinderoni, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, Lee Jack. Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much, man. Uh, yeah, so I mean, that's all I'm saying. You know, I mean, they just YouTube celebrities, man. So you know, when people be talking about, man, I'm a celebrity, Charles, and why you talking me a celebrity, man? Listen here, man. If Jimmy Kendall, goddamn it, didn't get you on this motherfucker show, you know what I'm saying, and solidified it and classified, you know what I'm saying, man, you is nothing. You just for the YouTube. You motherfuckers selling y'all motherfucking soul, goddamn it, files, man, crashing out, talking about others, don't know, goddamn it, you gonna get caught slipping in another town. You know what I'm saying? The little shit that came out the other day about Young Thug. See, I don't know who be putting this shit out, the feds, whatever. They just wait and drop a bomb on a motherfucker. So they got Young Thug talking about he man, he'd tell y'all what you want to know and this, that, and other. And then Young Thug, you know, I don't know if he said this on his page, but on his page, he was just saying, man, you know, if they want to know the truth about it, everybody that he know in Atlanta taking dick and giving dick, you know what I'm saying? It's just some crazy shit, you know what I mean? I don't know what about these motherfucking men that's going around here, man, that's acting goddamn it files, man, crazy, man. I don't know, man. They got the money, man, but what's really going on, you know? So this young dude I just put up, you know what I'm saying, the Miami Goat, right? So y'all watch out for him, the Miami, whatever his name is, credit dude, right? He told me he can get you funding, he can do this, he can do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I experienced how to give up for your information, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, goddamn it, files, man, uh, to know what they're gonna do after they use your information. Yeah, they may can get you here and get you there, but then again, they probably get you in jail too. So ain't no like goddamn it, files. I don't know. They figure you played a part of that. You was a part of that, so you aided in the baiting. So you know you got to lay that files, man, and man, fess up to your part because you're a grown motherfucking person. You should know right from wrong. You know, if a person said they can do this here and you don't have goddamn it files, man, the proper credentials, and then they give you an add on or add something on to your jacket, you know you don't know, and then all of a sudden they come back and bite you in the ass. But then again, they ain't doing it for free, man. You know what I'm saying? They doing it for a fee. You did? They doing it for like 10%, sometimes 15. It's not worth it, you know, to me. Mm. Now you can go with who you want to trust, you know. But then, you know, that was the first person. Then this other dude, right? He, this other dude, here it is. He been in jail already, right? For scamming food stamps, you know, to game him and his sister. You did. He get out, right? Now he's steady on the internet. His title is uh, unemployed but rich, or rich but unemployed. One of them, you know, rich but unemployed. Man, don't you know these motherfuckers watching your ass now? He scammed them for like 10 million. 10 million. But he's steady on the motherfucking internet. On the internet, then they indicted his ass. Now he in jail. Can't get out on bond. You know.
Unemployed. But the Fed said he forgot to
mention fraudulent and indicted too. Jonathan Dubiton, the man behind the flashy, rich, and unemployed podcast, just got hit with a federal indictment in Atlanta. The charge? Allegedly run a $10 million unemployment scam. It was a startup business. The feds say he and his crew were out here filing bogus pandemic unemployment claims like it was a 9-to-5. Fake names, fake jobs, real money. A full-time hustle with part-time consequences. Until now. And listen, this ain't even his first rodeo. Back in 2017, he and his wife were convicted for scamming the food stamp system. From EBT to PPP, it's giving career criminal with a podcast on the side. He preached about passive income, but forgot to mention it was allegedly the government's income. Now, the same man who bragged about beating the system might be headed straight into it, with Orange being his next outfit drop. From entrepreneur to inmate, we'll see how this one plays out.
Now,
you damn right. You damn right I changed. You damn right. You think I did all this work. You think I put all these hours in. You think I went to prison. I had to reinvent myself to stay the same? To stay the same? Ain't no way. I don't give a damn. Yes, I changed. Yes, this is the new me. You thought you knew me. You don't know me no more. That was the old me. You don't know me no more. You don't understand who I am because I evolved. That's what life is about. It's about evolving. You'd be a fool to stay the same. You'd be a fool to be the same person you was 2-3 years ago. Last month off of YouTube. But I went to a fucking YouTube convention, right? Now I'm posting like 1 to 3 times a day. Full episodes, half episodes, 10-minute episodes. And then it paid out. I got 15 right. I'm like, oh yeah, it's go time. I gotta keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like you can't let up on that shit because the numbers go up and down. I was listening to Lil Baby song and he was like, if I keep going, I'll be the greatest. I can say that. Like, damn, if I keep going, like I'll probably be the greatest that did this shit, bro. Because I'm gonna keep reinventing, keep like innovating. I'm gonna keep creating different shit. They paid me like 15,000 like last month.
Now, he talk about reinventing himself, goddamn it, keep evolving. Okay, you can do what you do, man, but don't be on this motherfucking internet, man, fronting, man. You know what I'm saying? Showing the motherfucking world, like trying to say, this is me. Nigga, if you scamming, you doing shit that's not legit, man, goddamn it, files, man, why in the fuck is you on this internet, man? The man beat him for like 10 million on this one. You know him and his buddies. He beat him for 10 million, but he steady flossing, fronting, you know what I'm saying, goddamn it, and flogging, all this shit, man, until he got indicted. See, that's the thing. Your dream is over. Now you're going back to jail. You didn't learn nothing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you reinvented yourself, but you showed the public, you know, all of you, him, them, who you used to be and who you currently is. Now you back in motherfucking jail. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you evolving, but you revolving like a revolving door, motherfucker, you back. How stupid is that, man? You know, it's just these internet motherfuckers. Even though I got one more other motherfucker. Prince Charles, what's up, Charlie, man? It's coming fuzzy. Yeah, man, me coming fuzzy, man, because I don't know, man. What it looking like now, Charlie? Man, you know how this goes. Sometimes, man, these suckers be coming on here, but I can see me clearly. You know, I don't know. But if it's looking fuzzy, man, let me know. Is it? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's clear over here, man. You know? Yeah. Yeah, it's clear on my end. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Files pretty much, man, how it's going, man. But Self Sanders, what's cracking, man? What the video looking like on your end, man? You all right? Yeah. Yeah, man, I got this other chump, man. Now this preacher, man, this motherfucker, I know y'all seen it on news, you know what I'm saying? This young motherfucker, he about 50 something, He been preaching, goddamn it. He got man, he had big ass mansion. He had motherfuckers working. This motherfucker's getting it in, fat motherfucker. He been audited once before. Then this motherfucker turn around, goddamn it, files. He pressing real hard, pressing so motherfucker hard. Now they indicted his ass, goddamn it, files. See, this is what people fail to realize. When you lay there files, man, you really playing the devil's game, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you beat the devil in his own game, man, sometimes you gotta lay there and fall back, man. You know what I'm saying? And exit. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes motherfuckers don't realize when to quit. Romeo Madoff is going down. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, probably cap it from the top. I ain't been over here in so long, I ain't really gonna stay long. I just want to lay that files, man. Goddamn it, files, sprinkle some motherfucking goddamn dust, you know what I'm saying? And files, say hi to everybody or whatever until I can lay that files officially, you know what I'm saying? Files, get down, you know what I'm saying, on real subjects that I want to get down on. But in the meantime, I'm talking about these scammers, as far as, being able to files, to see what's going on, and those who got them files talking, some things that may sound good to your ear, when it comes down, credit repair and all this, that, I don't give a fuck, male, female, whatever, you know what I'm saying, white, goddamn it, candy stripe, whatever. The fact is, man, these motherfuckers lay their files and put your ass, goddamn it, files, man, in the motherfucking hole for sure. Oh, for sure, Romeo, made off for sure. That's what I do. I have no choice. See, I'm gonna tell you one thing about this YouTube. It's a lot of people make a lot of pages. A lot of people get on here and say a lot of things, and a lot of people make a lot of money off this shit. You know what I'm saying? Say, Gangsta Brown, one of you. Yeah, Gangsta Brown for sure, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? From that Oakland, man. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I forgot where I went off there, but anyhow, what I'm saying, it's just a lot of things that a lot of people be on this YouTube. Yeah, they make money off here. I don't grind on here every day. I can get on here and be very simplistic, make 10-minute videos, 5-minute videos, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 times a day, every day, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even do that. I don't have a chance to do that. People probably would say, damn, why you don't? You know what I'm saying? You can make money, because everybody making money, you know what I'm saying? Why not make money? Because, you know what I'm saying, Father, you're doing it anyway. Listen here, I got principles, you know what I'm saying? I got other shit I got to do. This ain't goddamn files, man, something that I want to make, you know what I'm saying, files income consistently, and then just, be on this shit, because man, it's like this here. It's a lot of things I can post. I can post other motherfucking stories. I can talk about other stories. I can cut and paste. I can pay a motherfucker to cut and paste, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so basically, what I'm saying, what I was saying about the YouTube, yeah, motherfuckers making money and grinding, but I don't do it for the money. Sometimes I make copyright music and all that shit, you know. You say get fade free money, bro. I don't know. I don't understand that part. But anyhow, they got a lot of scammers out here. I'm talking about files, man. I get the shit through my phone sometime, telling me something about, my bank. And then once you click on this shit, they got all your information. Motherfucker got your information. Goddamn it, files, man, do not lay their files and fall for the okie doke, because it's a lot of shit, that's going on out here. Sometimes people can oh, okay. That's the name of it. What's the name of it? Get pay free money from you. What is that? Is that like another motherfucking platform or something? Charlie? Cause I really don't know about all this shit. A lot of motherfuckers, they go on Instagram, they go here and they go on them. You did. I haven't been on Instagram in probably about months, even though I could post every fucking thing that I got. I could tell stories. I could show this. I could show that. But man, it's just some things, man. You fail to realize, that you have to kind of like, man, to go and evaluate shit because you never know you did what you done put out there, what you done said. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you don't know what you done said, and then all of a sudden it come and bite you in the ass. Let me show you this one more. We're gonna talk about it, give me some more info on that, Charlie. Let me throw down on this other cat, right? Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just an idea. These motherfuckers don't know when to quit. When you goddamn if I was doing the damn thing, you get in the way, you don't know when to quit.
Yesterday, we're talking about David E. Taylor. He was arrested and accused of using the church as a cover-up for human trafficking and money laundering. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle broke the story and has been gathering more information. Michelle Brannon, listed as the executive director of David E. Taylor's Kingdom of God Global Church, appeared in federal court Thursday. Several locations affiliated with the organization, including the JMMI building in North Houston, were raided simultaneously by the FBI Wednesday. Sources tell Fox 26 people found in some of these locations were in need of medical care and refused it. Gospel artist Vicky Yogi posted a video online shortly after the arrest. In her book, she says she dated for some time and tried to expose his crimes in the past.
Today was a victory for those who had no voice or who were afraid to expose the truth. They get to wake up from their nightmare like I did several years ago.
The new court documents reveal potential fraud and major labor abuse. Alleged text messages to victims in the case revealed Taylor and Brannon and demanded them to apply for government-funded EBT cards. They would then use those funds to purchase food for the staff. There were also times when staff would not eat or sleep if they didn't raise enough money for the organization. September 2020 reads, make sure no one eats until these numbers change. If they don't, you'll work until 4 a.m. Tell everyone they are not eating. In that same month, purchases were made for lavish items and expensive food. $10,000 worth of king crab legs.
And that's the type of evidence, if the government has that evidence and has some of the people who are going to testify, that's the type of evidence you just don't get, you don't run away from. Isn't this a guy who was facing some issue?
Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. Anybody, man, you can make goddamn a YouTube page about your daily life. You know what I'm saying? Something that your job, you do, what you do, you know what I'm saying? Files with your kids, whatever, it depends on who gonna pay attention. But you got to be able to lay their files and feed the algorithm, because it's a lot of kids making shit about toys, man, you know what I'm saying, that's complicated to you know what I'm saying, the files to figure out. And I mean, you got a lot of shit out there, you know what I'm saying, but at the same token, I don't really have the time to get them to be out here and be talking like these motherfuckers. I be watching more than less goddamn talk, because shit I'm gonna talk about, goddamn, I'm gonna talk about it's gonna make some sense and that's relevant, and goddamn it, that's man, that fall into play as of today. Shit what to watch out for, shit the ways of goddamn files, man, where a person can be able to lay their files and know what's what, because today's life is about scamming, scheming. I mean, you can go to the gas pump, you tap your card. They said this other person, I seen on the news, they tapped their card and it tapped the rest of the cards in their fucking pocket. You know what I'm saying? Man, that tap shit, I don't get that tap shit. I don't know nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker, he had, goddamn it, man, he had a mansion, big ass mansion. He had goddamn it files. He kept using this time it's the ministry shit. He had the Bentleys. He had goddamn it files, the stretch limos. He had motherfuckers working for him, and he would treat motherfuckers bad. You know what I'm saying? This homosexual motherfucker, here you go.
The majority of people won't listen to you. I don't give a freak.
It's him.
they're negative. They're right and they're negative, and they think they're right, but they're really right, they're negative, and they're wrong. I'm the Moses of this generation. Anybody who follow me gotta be peculiar, because I'm strange as I don't know what. People, listen. We do not wait for a miracle crusade to do miracles. You understand? We see me cursing. I know a lot of leaders, they curse and stuff too. I don't believe in having a filthy mouth, but I'm very bold. No more pastors like that, I'm telling you. That are a bunch of pussies. That's right, I said a bunch of pussies and training bra, titty wearing pastors. Somehow I just love making people mad sometimes. It's amazing. He visits, shut up. He started this out last night in a dream. It was amazing. The Lord, okay, I want Pastor Steve and them to get on the stage right now. Get mics. Let's go. Tell everybody, lift your hands right now. I need you to understand.
This man here, you know, it's like, man, just like how a drug dealer, you know. Say he was space age pimping. Hey man, he was doing more than space age pimping. That motherfucker was alien pimping because man, I don't understand. You conquer all this here, you understand, on the bad terms, you know, because man, he was being a man rude to, you know what I'm saying, people having to raise money and to do this and do that. I mean, the man had this type of power over them. And years ago, you know what I'm saying, back in 2014, he got audited, you know, to where as if they had him doing a disposition to where as if he didn't go in front of a judge, he just went in front of some attorneys and this attorney, and they was talking about the numbers and whatnot, you know. Now, he was like beating around the bush, but he don't know they were still on this trail and on his ass, you know. But he laid there files now, see what I'm saying? Him and the woman, you know, they got caught up. Now I'm talking about they had a big ass building, they had the mansion, they had the Bentleys, they had another building. Hey, but now it's like Cinderella and the pumpkin. Back to the motherfucking pumpkin. You had this here, the dream. You know what I'm saying? The dream is gone. You know, the man was saying that he had sit downs with God, like, you know, personally. You know, this is what he was telling the people on the news, right? You know, I'm like, wow. They was like, you had a physical. He's like, yeah, he come and he go. You know, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these people out here like that, pretty much, and that's fucked up when you go from goddamn sleeping in the motherfucking California king size bed, riding this and riding that, and eating goddamn that bullshit. He likes steak and shrimp and lobster and all that shit to goddamn it on a motherfucking concrete motherfucking bunk. You deal with no bail. You deal what I'm saying, in jail, and motherfucker goddamn it, man, you know what I'm saying, waiting for trial, you know. Man. You know, I mean, you see what I'm saying? It's a lot of these motherfuckers out there. So, you know, all these other dudes that be out here talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can do this, do it here. I'm gonna give you the sauce to this, I'm gonna give you the sauce to that. But goddamn it, you ain't only getting the way to us, you know what I'm saying? And talking about, goddamn it, you want us to join the class and this, that, and other, man. You really getting the way to the feds also, who gonna put the banks up on what you talking about, the hacks, the schemes. This is the credit hack, you know. Man, listen here, man. You exposing. So that's why I don't even fuck with none of this shit, you know, pretty much. You know, there's a lot of this shit I can kind of expose, you know, and I'm gonna continue to do it for sure, you heard? This shit is mad motherfucking crazy, you know what I mean? It don't make no motherfucking sense, man. If they go to jail at this time, you know what I mean? It don't make no motherfucking sense, you know. This motherfucker, you see, he was calling the other preachers pussy and pussy motherfuckers and shit like that, see? Man, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You can't, all that shit you got in your house, they confiscating that shit. They putting that shit for auction, for sale, goddamn it, and everything, you know? And it's the same way these other motherfuckers get out of jail talking about they was drug kingpins and all that there, man. These older dudes talking about, man, I getting on these shows and shit, talking about I'm a kingpin. I've been doing it, man. Don't nobody want to hear that pussy ass shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers tired of hearing that pussy ass kingpin. Goddamn it, you know, you just not coming out with it. You've been out for 5, 6, 7 years. Now you want to tell a story, get on Vlad because goddamn it, these other motherfuckers, TV's Jimmy Kimmel and all these other motherfuckers, goddamn CNN, they ain't want to listen to that shit. I'm quite sure you try to feed it to them, feed it to Netflix and shit. Don't nobody want to listen to that bullshit because you got bigger kingpins, you know what I'm saying? Like El Chapo and El Dorado and all them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? You know. So you know what I'm saying? You just man, I mean, I'm so tired of these motherfucking niggas, man, coming out of jail, man, goddamn, and get on these motherfucking shows, you know what I'm saying? They bled and all this shit. Talking about I've been kingpin, I've been millionaire, I used to make 5 million. Let me sit your ass down, man. You did some of these motherfuckers, man, you know, just pathetic, you know? I don't get it. I don't run my mouth like that. I got a lot of shit a lot of shit I could say, a lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I was just kind of like looking how this shit go. You hear me? Uh, Yeah, because it stopped, you know. So if anybody ever coming in the room, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? However it go, you know. Yeah, stop right there. Hey man, I'm glad that man, you know what I'm saying, files to know that I'm still alive, man, at 63 years old, man. Um, You know what I'm saying? It's just so much punk shit out here, especially in my town too. You know, that's why I only be around a lot of these new people. They new, but they old. They like to party. Motherfuckers dying. Goddamn, I know 3 motherfuckers died in 1 month. Man, you know, 2 of them on cancer, and one just had some motherfucking other conditions. You know, uh, I'm gonna get one special shout out to this nigga. Now, you know, this other nigga, let me tell you, I whooped his ass back in, you know what I'm saying, in like 92, you know, and you know, I was gone for a couple of years, but I get out, you know what I'm saying, and start getting money and shit, you know what I'm saying? But this nigga, you know what I'm saying? So when I get out, it was just certain niggas that was in plays. I put it like this here. Big Will, what's up? What's going on? How you doing, big bro? What's going down? Yeah, bro, to recap, man, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm going with the wind, you know what I'm saying, for sure, you hear? Talking about these suckers, but how you doing anyway? Yeah, happy everything, happy holiday, happy everything. Oh man, for sure. I shot you out earlier, was looking for you. You did? Yeah. Yeah, man. So this other nigga, man, I whooped his ass, man. You know, you know, in other words, the nigga be trying to get information from me, and then goddamn it, files, you know, he didn't get me into it with some niggas that claimed they was big. Well, I ain't gonna say claim, but back in the organization, then that was on the top level. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, but it don't even matter because I was with the shits and whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got what position that you hold, but not knowing that this nigga was creating shit. You know what I'm saying? So by the nigga creating shit, you know what I'm saying? I can whoop this motherfucking ass, you know. And the nigga trying to do this shit again, you know what I'm saying? Files, he ain't giving to me. You know, he told this other little nigga that I said I was gonna pay a nigga $300 to hit him on the leg. The niggas, they looking like where they come in at now. Who talking about ain't nothing but goddamn 5, 4. You know what I'm saying? And I knew him since he was a little boy. He like, man, he ain't never had no beef with me. I said, man, why would I want to pay a nigga to do something when I can do it? The same nigga that I made the video where I thought, where I said that, you know, the nigga had told on, you know what I'm saying, when they was going to kidnap the nigga, and I told him that, you know, they was going to kidnap him, but I told somebody else to tell him, but then they called me down there to headquarters, you know what I'm saying, and told me I was in violation due to the fact, you know, I had exposed, you know, something that I was supposed to expose, which was silence a secret. I broke the code. You did. Now, goddamn it, five, when they called me, I already knew what it was for, even though I seen him down there. But yet, he, you know, that was 30 years ago, 30-something years ago. But he told me he didn't tell, you know what I'm saying? But somebody else told, but I sent signal out there, you know, because, you know, the shit that was, you know, back then. But anyhow, you know, so man, you know what I'm saying? So everybody like, man, they don't sound right now. I couldn't. He stay in Florida, you know what I'm saying? But he come in for this party. You know what I'm saying? I told that motherfucker, you ain't learn from that other ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? You did, but this pussy motherfucker here. They already, man, look, he turned from a BD to GD, you know what I'm saying? They done violated the nigga. He wear them glasses, they knocked us out, you know what I'm saying? I whooped his motherfucking ass in the party. You know what I'm saying? His name Jock, you know what I'm saying? I whooped that nigga ass, man, you know what I'm saying? Man, he got them my homeboy was pretty much, man, was trying to look, and you know what I'm saying? He ended up running up at the goddamn washroom, and I grabbed him by his suit, you did, and goddamn it, Files, he only had the arms, the two arms on the middle of him was gone. Then I wait him by the door. Then I spit in his face. You did. Then goddamn it, Files, man, you know, when he went and goddamn it told and shit, you know what I'm saying? Man, me and goddamn it, who he tried to get me into it with at that time. See, I wait for the nigga to show up at the party, but since he didn't show up, I whooped his ass. But he was like, man, Ray man, dig, man, you know, it ain't like that, this, that, nothing. Now, man, you the nigga, he was some type of big hat over the mob and all that old shit, the files, you know, the GD shit, you know what I'm saying? But me, myself, I was getting money. I ain't too much, goddamn, was into the shits, you know what I'm saying? But I was with the shit, you know what I'm saying? Since I was still fresh out and get money, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't matter. I was about scrapping, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Even though them niggas was about killing niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because they was getting it in, you know, you have niggas knocked off like dominoes, you know what I'm saying? For sure, you know. But I always tell a nigga, bring yourself, man. Don't bring no niggas, bring yourself. That's the type of nigga I was, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, bring it, bring it. You know what I'm saying? But them the type of niggas like hell, other niggas knocked off. Anyhow, you did. This the nigga here again. So, you know, y'all know him from the party. His name Jock, you know what I'm saying? You did. Yeah, it's pussy ass, you know what I'm saying? Here you go again. They done knocked his eye back. That's why he wear them glasses and shit. How the fuck you gonna go from a BD to a GD, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Here go a good picture of this punk, you know. See, I'm putting all punks up, you know what I'm saying? You did. And here nigga got this motherfucking aluminum foil ass motherfucking suit on. I guess that's the lady he leeching off on in Florida. You know, man, don't play no games with me. You know what I'm saying, Father? I could have laid there and got at your ass, but these niggas be telling the police now. How you gonna tell the little nigga that I said I was gonna, man, I ain't never said no shit. And then my homeboy from prison be calling me and shit, you know, that he hooked me up with and shit, you know, and you like, that don't sound like him because shit, I'll do myself. And if I feel goddamn it, Files, I was gonna execute a move like that because I feel the nigga told on me, I'd have done it back then. You know, and me and a little nigga, we been seeing little niggas, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm a tower over this nigga, man. So, but that's how he is, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, man. I guess, man, the nigga, um, how the situation came up, he was saying the nigga say, the little nigga say, man, I'm surprised you talking to Ray Lee after he whooped your ass. So I guess that brought memories back. So I mentioned to the little nigga when I seen him, he said he didn't say it. So if a nigga say he didn't say it, I just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe that's why he told him that lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, but that's why I was trying to stay out of bullshit because, man, these niggas around here, man, you know, they be scary. These niggas ain't fighting, man. Like they said, they shoot niggas. So why would you have to shoot a nigga? You know what I'm saying? Just keep your motherfucking mouth closed. Then you won't goddamn it have to be exposed, man. Because man, you know, I'm with the shits, nigga. I ain't with no bullshit, but I'm with goddamn it closing niggas' mouth. You know, pretty much, man. Yeah, that's how it go, man. So with me, you did. So, but anyhow, man, you did what I'm saying? I be wanna, man, y'all wanna call in and holler, man. I'm telling you, man. Um, man, I got a new phone number and shit. Trust me, I got a new phone number. This here phone, right? This supposed to be the A25, Samsung A25, right? You did. All these fucking cameras and shit, you know. I should be using this as on my lab, you know. I bought this from one of my buddies, right? I put my other SIM card in, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know the number, so I ain't going in front, man. I would have to go on that phone to lay that files and tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, files, man, what the number is, but then they'd have to cut the lab off. So we'll probably have to chat next time. But this is Samsung A25 S25 or some shit, it costs 1400, right? Now he say, man, I got some phones, man. I got this, that, another, man, $100, man. You know what I'm saying? Brand new box. I say, okay, save me one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? How many you got? You like, man, how many you want? You did? So okay. I went to meet him and shit and get the phone and shit, open the box. I like, man, this don't say no fucking Samsung, man. This don't say shit on it. It don't say nothing on it. Nothing. Nothing, right? So I'm like, damn. Because I looked it up before I laid that files, when to sync them. I looked it up. It say $1,300 phones, you know what I'm saying? S25 Samsung. Man, so anyhow, so he turned the phone on and shit, man, it just say welcome. I said, man, this is a fucking Chinese phone, man. He like, man, what you expect, man? You know what I'm saying? I say, man, you told me it was an S25. He said, man, it do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? This that another $1,300 phone, it got the same shit, right? This motherfucker, so my T-Mobile SIM card, he put his in there to demonstrate that it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked. Everything worked. You know what I'm saying? Just put your SIM card in. So I'm like, nigga, I'll give you $75 for this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? He like, okay, give me $75. But man, what I'm saying to say, this is a Chinese phone. You see how they make all kind of motherfucking shit, man. This look like the S25 or whatever Samsung. This motherfucker don't say Samsung or nowhere on this motherfucker. It just say welcome, but it's compatible with the T-Mobile. But I'm gonna use this on my lab next time. It's nice, glass, heavy, everything. I ain't no nigga gonna be on here front and say, yeah, man, I got that S25. Yeah, this $1,500 phone I just bought. So a lot of niggas be out here faking. Man, it's a fucking Chinese phone. I don't know how much he paid for them, you know what I'm saying? But he got it for cheap. They brand new. And I gave his ass instead of 100. I gave that man for $75. Nigga, you want 100. Nigga, you get no 100 for me, nigga. But it worked good, man. It worked good. For sure. Yeah, man. So what's going on? I mean, man, hey, me myself, I'm just glad to see, you know what I'm saying, man, myself, he is still alive, man, at 63, man, just, man, just doing what I do, man, just trying to stay goddamn level-headed, man, and all this bullshit on the internet, man. When you wake up in the morning, man, you see everybody, man, with a subject about this certain person, man, they be riding on that shit. That shit about little young thug, man, being exposed, talking about, man, telling the police, man, the feds, like, man, what y'all want to know? I'll tell y'all what y'all want to know, this, that, and other. They know how to destroy a motherfucker for sure, you know what I'm saying? They definitely know how to destroy your motherfucking ass, man. So, man, it's just a lot of shit a motherfucker, man, need to watch what he say, man, on this shit, man, because they got a tracking thing, man. It was this chick, right? I know y'all probably seen it. She from Colombia, right? And she kept filming ICE. She kept filming ICE, like, yeah, tell everybody, watch out for ICE. Yeah, this, that, another, all at the protests and shit, in California, filming and filming and filming, right? So she on Instagram, TikTok, and she making money, right, too, because the bitch riding a Tesla and all that shit, right? She from Colombia. She can't hardly speak no English, too, right? So what the police did is, the feds did is, they subscribed to her channel. They subscribed. So, when you subscribe to a motherfucker, they're gonna let you know when the person going live and shit. So that's kind of slick way. That's how they keep up with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They subscribe to your channel. So anytime you gonna go live or you on live, then you know what I'm saying, hey, they get a notification too. So the bitch was going live and shit, you know what I'm saying? Sitting in her car and shit, talking shit. Man, they rode down on that bitch like Willie Manchester, man. They rode down on that motherfucker, man, and surround that bitch car, man. The bitch had a brand new Tesla. The bitch talking shit. Man, they grabbed that bitch up out that motherfucker. She trying to fight back. They grabbed that bitch up out there and drug that bitch. Wig fell off and all that shit, man. Bitch going back to Colombia. See what I'm saying? See, you over here talking shit and you a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, immigrant, you should leave well enough alone. But you don't goddamn if I just TikTok, Facebook, all that old shit. These motherfuckers got something in the air that goddamn can follow your ass. You know what I'm saying? They can lay their files, man, and goddamn it, get shared to your phone, man. Find out where you at, man. You did. They found out where that bitch was at, man. And then, man, she thought she was doing something like going live and shit. Now that bitch, you going back to Colombia with no Tesla, whatever you left at home, clothes, money, whatever, jewelry, you can forget about that because you're going right to the place. See, that's the thing about motherfuckers when you get indicted. I mean, not getting indicted when ICE get you. Whatever you ain't going back home. Leave that shit at home. If ain't nobody there to get it, leave that because you ain't going back telling me, oh, I gotta pack up. No, they take your ass straight where you going, get your ass up out this motherfucking country. Straight like that. Yeah, but if anybody else came in the room, I can't even see them, however, man. But you know what I'm saying? What's up to everybody? You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I was just out a little bit today, fucking around at the festivities, not many, you know what I'm saying? Because I was at the outside park, so I tried not to really get close to a lot of people because me by getting over this cold and shit, this shit is still real out here. And the other day, that was hot in the motherfucker. They take you back, right. They take your ass back as is. So, man, shit, when they was in the SWAT, they was in the Penske truck, right? It was in the Penske truck, right? In that big ass Penske, you know what I'm saying, like a U-Haul truck. So the guy said, yeah, I need 10 workers. I need 10 workers. So, they was at Home Depot. So the guy got them, he got a couple of his buddies and a couple of his buddies. Them motherfuckers jump out that motherfucker back of the truck like the 18. Them motherfuckers Mexicans start running and shit and they gather up and got them motherfuckers, not all of them. But the thing is, like this here, I mean, they supposed to send a National Guard to Chicago, because it's been a whole lot of shit. They robbed motherfucking Foot Locker, 3 of them in 1 week. Them young kids, they robbed 3 of Nordstrom. They went in Nordstrom in not broad daylight. It was like dark time, maybe about like 5, 6 o'clock. They went in Nordstrom, got them, parked their car right in front of Nordstrom, had on hoodies. Niggas ran in there, got the high-end purses. This last week, high-end purses, and people just filming. Nobody trying to be a hero or nothing. They just filming and shit, but they can't do shit because they got on hoodies and masks and all that shit. They ran in that motherfucker and put that shit right in their motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? Where the driver, they had 2 cars and got the fuck up on out of there. Downtown to Mag now. Man, they ain't playing, man. Motherfuckers, man, shit. Anyhow, Romeo made off, yeah, pretty much. Big Wheel, Self Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Files, man. Hey, everybody, man, you know what I'm saying? Kind of came on. See, I would have came on at a better time, like, because I know a lot of people, they like still at the barbecues and the family functions and the family reunions and things like that. But at the same token, um, my thing was, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna continue. I need to get back on these other niggas like that nigga Goldie, because he incorporated with these other niggas, as far as this scam nigga. The scam nigga I just showed you. See, all these niggas running his mouth and tell you this and tell you that. I'm here to goddamn it let them know, prove me wrong. I'm gonna show you another nigga got 500 subscribers, but he's saying he got 10,000 members. I'm gonna show you that one. See, I can't talk about it now. I like to show it. I'm gonna show you that. How in the fuck goddamn that you got them files, man, over 10,000 motherfucking people, you know what I'm saying? You got 10, 20,000, but yeah, goddamn, you got less than 500 subscribers on that channel. Make that make sense. Because if you got them many people, you should be able to reach out and tell all of them, hey man, y'all check in, man, subscribe, this, that, another, even though y'all watching shit, man, this what y'all do. But there it is. Yeah. Yeah, I normally know I don't represent no bulls. I don't even wear this shit. But my homeboys, they be selling merchandise and shit. Now I be walking up to them. I be like, man, give me this, give me that. You know what I'm saying? Cause they know I be looking out for them and they just give me shit. And it was kind of like nice day to day. And I just kind of put the shit on. You know what I'm saying? I don't like no bulls. I don't like none of that. I rarely wear baseball caps, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want the police think I'm these young niggas, because this how they profile you around here. You know what I'm saying? When you ride in different cars, you know what I'm saying? And they be like looking and shit, and then they want to know, goddamn, if I was, first of all, it's just your car, but when they roll up on me, and I be telling, man, listen here, man, give them an ID. and they see at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was 62, but I made 63 this year. They like, okay, could I be like, what? You know what I'm saying? You know, they be making up little shit. Oh, you was going a little fast, you know what I'm saying? This, I like, man, how am I go a little fast? Man, I seen you, man. Why would I want to pass you up, man? But they just be want to know who I am, I guess, you know, whatever. So yeah, they be on some fuck shit around here, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna get out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's nice tuning in for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get my girl to bread me up. You know what I'm saying? One of my homegirls to bread me up. You know, uh, man. You know, peace out to everybody for sure. You know, everybody stay safe. Nice. Thanks for tuning in. Um, yeah, you know, like I said, I ain't gonna be this long next time. It just, you know, I had a few things, you know, that I was getting down on. You know, a lot of people, you know, they like this they job, this what they do. Yeah, yeah, for sure. You know, appreciate that, Romeo, Mado. Yeah, this what they job, this what they do. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, I'm gonna put something together to where as if, you know what I mean, because I just see a lot of fuck shit out here, you know. It's a lot of fuck shit out here on this fucking internet. So, uh, you know, I just kind of like, man, you know, I did really my focus is on these pimp niggas, you know, and man, all these motherfuckers, man, you know, I found out some other shit about one of my homeboys, but I didn't set them out. Man, this nigga with this pimp shit be talking this pimp shit, and y'all seen pictures with me, this nigga, and I don't really want to set him out, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, and you know, and I know he had a case and shit, but then I found out that he is sexual. See, when you went to jail, when you go to jail for pimping the young girls, I put it like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to register as a sexual offender. And man, you know what I'm saying? It just something that came to me and shit. I was like, you know, I didn't know that he went to jail for the pimping the young girls. He always be on, you know, this pimp shit and talk this pimp shit, right? And he told me that, you know, his case was in his book. You know what I'm saying? Because he wrote a book in his case, but it's not in there. He's just the judge and whatever else, you know. So somebody else had told me that what took place. So I looked at his case and looked it up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I seen goddamn the young girls, you know. I'm like, okay, if he got them a this, that, and other, then he should be registered as sex offender. Man, lo and behold, picture pop up. Picture pop up, goddamn. Two more pictures popped up where you gotta take a picture every year, and then up under the picture it's saying how long he gotta be registered sex offender and say for life. For life. Now, the next picture I seen, I'm like, wow, you know, I screenshot all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So next picture I seen, it said non-compliant. So I'm like, non-compliant, and that was 2023. So if you were non-compliant, that means the police supposed to go pick you up with the U.S. Marshals or something, you know? Then I went back and thought about it. I said, damn, my homeboy got indicted right after, you know what I'm saying, filed a non-complaint on him. My homeboy got indicted the next month, you know what I'm saying, as kingpin. And they cool too, you know what I'm saying, like homies, you know? So now I'm trying to figure like, man, so I was gonna show my other buddy, you know, the one, you know what I'm saying, that files, you know, he out on bond because his mom died on there. He was still in jail, you know what I'm saying? Um, but I say I'm gonna just leave it alone for right now. You know, I'm gonna put him to the side, you know, and talk to him like, man, what's what, man? You know, I thought you said your case was in the book, man. You know what I'm saying? What's what? And then once he starts saying this, that, another, I mean, like, man, listen here, man. Did you have to register as a sex offender? Once you say no, that's why I'm gonna pop that shit on. See, you ain't gotta lie to me. See what I'm saying? Be straight with me, you know. And nigga, I ask you a question, evidently I know something, you know. So you don't owe me no explanation, you know what I'm saying? No time, nigga. If I just want to set a motherfucker out, nigga, I'll set your ass out right here, pictures and everything, you know what I'm saying? And goddamn it, it'll lay there, man, to tarnish your motherfucking image, man, you know, for sure. Because you know, if you supposed to be in non-compliance and then goddamn it files, you know, that mean they looking for you. They looking for you. You know what I'm saying? You got a warrant or something. But consider the fact you still on the street because they know where to come get you at. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to be on this shit for life. How the fuck did you escape that? To me, did you tell on my man or what? Did you tell on somebody? You know, because you know, did this how my man got bumped and shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of speculations, but it's a lot of facts, though. You know what I'm saying? Too. You know. Boy, go to show you niggas that you be with, niggas be around, but he, you know, I mean, he don't mean no harm, but goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Shit, could have been me you told him if you knew something. Who knows? Stay tuned, cause I got that story too. You heard? You know, depends. You know what I'm saying? If he like don't give it to me straight, then I'm gonna sell him straight out. You know, all the pictures that he on these platforms, man, not the platforms. Yeah, with thumbnails with me and shit. You know, I let him roll with me and shit, cause he had done 18 years in prison. You know, he done 18 years. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but then, you know, like I said, I didn't know that he went to jail, you know what I'm saying, for the underage two girls, you know, pretty much. But somebody else told me. And when they told me that, you know what I'm saying, I was like, what? So I looked up the case. You can look up any case. And then I just went and say, damn, if he was that, then anybody that fuck with young girls, then they got to be registered like a registered sex offender. And that's what I looked up. You know what I'm saying? And there was his picture, like here, picture over there on different occasions, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, wow, you know, nigga left that part out your book, huh, homeboy? So either you was miss pimping, or you know what I'm saying, you wasn't straight laced pimping, there was something going on, partner, you know? And he a little younger than me though, you know what I'm saying? But he always be bragging like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? But he cool dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I say, he don't mean no harm, but at the same token, man, come on, man. So when I come to you, man, you know, cause everybody be like, everybody he running to, man, he'll call me on the phone. Yeah, Ray Lee, I'm over here with such and such. Cause apparently you mentioning my name, you know what I'm saying? They be like, man, you know, hey, you know Ray Lee? Oh yeah, man, he'll call me on the phone, like, you know. Be like, what's up? Oh, I'm over here with such and such. You know, I guess he want them to know that he really know me. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Even though I'm regular, but at the same token, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm popular in certain, areas, but you know, I'm just me. I'm just me. But stay tuned, y'all. So in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? Happy everything, happy holiday, happy every day, happy goddamn Father's man. For sure. Peace out.